Well, hey there, Grace Church. Thursday, June 18th, and I'm coming to you with a quick announcement as we're making our changes from Phase 1 to Phase 2. Man, it's been a long season for us. We got 16 weeks under our belt at this point since we began social distancing and stopped services back in March. So 10 weeks without meeting, now 5 weeks in Phase 1, and now we're going to move into Phase 2. We want to give you a little detail. I want to give you a little bit of detail of what to expect with Phase 2 and what the differences are and what the similarities are going to be. So because we're not completely divorcing ourselves from all of the things that we've been doing up until this point. Our goal is to move towards August, to be fully reopened, to have Sunday morning Bible studies and kids classes and nursery and all that stuff being available as well. So what is Phase 2 and why does it matter? Well, Phase 2 is more or less a voluntary overflow space for those who still want to social distance. Instead of being assigned families 50% in the fellowship or so, 50% in the chapel, we are now going to encourage people who feel comfortable to go ahead and join us in the chapel, and those who still want to have some more social distance and want to have a little more space, we will provide that overflow space for you as well. We'll continue to offer the live stream online. But we hope that you'll begin to kind of make incremental steps to stay with us and stay with us on Sunday mornings, or come visit with us on Sunday mornings. We know we got a number of families who are still kind of waiting it out, and that's perfectly fine. We love you, we miss you, and we're trying to do everything we can to send a message to you that we're doing this safely. Thus far, 5 weeks in, God has been gracious to us. We've had no outbreaks. I believe everything has went pretty smoothly, as smoothly as dividing our church up among two spaces can be. But let me share with you a couple of things about what's different and what's the same. Well, what's different is now the overflow space is going to be voluntary. So if you still want to use that space, we'll have signs to it, and the elders will help. There will be an elder assigned down there to do Lord's Supper with you, and so on and so forth. But that will be in there somewhere else. It'll either be in the fellowship hall or it'll be in the kitchen area with our flat screen TV. Okay. You are welcome to use that space if you want to, and we'll give you signage on how to get there. We will still maintain family units staying together when they're in the building. So that means when you walk in the building, you grab your Lord's Supper stuff, you get any type of supplies you may need from the sanitation station. And when you walk in, please go and find yourself a pew, and your family will occupy a pew by itself. There will be no mixed pews as much as possible. Now, some of our singles, we certainly will give a little bit of more freedom on that regarding. We don't want you sitting in a big old pew by yourself. But nonetheless, as a whole family, especially families with children, please sit in one pew by yourself and maintain that while you're in the building. Please don't be up roaming around, and that would also include kids. Kids who are under 12 need to be escorted to the bathroom and back. Teenagers may go to the bathroom on their own, but if they do, they must go there directly and come right back. So while you're inside the building, please maintain family units as much as possible. Sit in the same pew and all that fun stuff. It's going to be a great Sunday for us to kind of get back together in that regard. Just so people will know, the chapel, about 50% of the chapel will be about 75 to 80 people, which is about what we're averaging right now without the families who are coming back in. And so that's encouraging. We also know that there'll be a number of families who will probably take advantage of the overflow as well. So we feel like all that will work out well for us, at least until we get through mid to late July, and then we can go into Phase 3, which will basically be more or less opened up fully at that point and getting ready to launch Sunday morning Bible study once again in August. Okay, we will not during Phase 2 offer any nursery still. Just come on, kids can be noisy. We'll still offer a room. The nursery will be available for those who want to take their kids out and be in a nursery room for whatever reason, or for nursing mothers as well. Okay, so that make sure you're aware of that. Again, you'll grab your prepackaged communion cups as you come in. You'll have the sanitation station there available for you as you come in. Bulletin guides will continue to be put on the pews for you as you come in, and so you won't have to worry about that. Tithes and offerings boxes will be available at the rear of the building, as well in the overflow space for those who want to drop their tithes and offerings in that. And then coffee and tea will not be provided at this time. We're going to wait until Phase 3 to be able to offer that again. And so again, as you're coming in, just make sure you're mindful of the fact that you want to be social. You want to maintain social distance. There are some families who still want to maintain that. And so please be mindful of that. We're going to try to offer stickers that give you an indication so that you don't have to have that awkward phase of can I hug you, or we're going to try to give some freedom, but you're going to do that. Please do that outside of the building, not inside the building. So we won't be doing any shaky stuff, shaking hands during services and hugs and those kind of things inside the building. Just maintain those things outside the building and at this time during phase 2. So to maintain that, but you'll still have a good amount of freedom outside the building to fellowship, kids to play with one another, and so on and so forth. So as long as everyone's doing it in an appropriate manner and all that fun stuff. Okay. So again, be mindful of the recommended hygiene. If you feel like you need to wear a mask, then do so. Don't feel uncomfortable doing that if you really feel like you need to wear a mask, and so on and so forth. And again, if you're not feeling well, please stay home. Don't take any liberties with this. This is just not an area we want to take liberties with. If you're maintaining a temperature of 100.4, please stay home. If you have a member of your family who's sick, please stay home with them. Whatever you have to do to make sure that we keep our church safe during these times is very, very important. And our elders are asking you to be gracious and to be loving to your church family during these days. So I look forward to worshiping with you on Sunday morning. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to drop me an email or drop me a text, and I will be happy to try to respond to you any way I possibly can. We want to accommodate you if you are still feeling uncomfortable with the larger gathering. We want to make sure you get accommodations for you. If there's some specific things that we can do for you, we will want to do those for you. We are happy to do this for you. In fact, we're excited to do those things for you. We love you and we miss you, and we want our church to get back to normal. If you have yet to come back and join us for public worship, and you still have some questions about some of these, some of the protocols, please let us know so that we can make sure that you feel comfortable and safe, knowing that we're doing everything we can to love you during these days. Hey, church, I love you. I miss you. I can't wait to worship with you again on Sunday morning, and we'll see you guys then.